Did you get over there?
Vanilla China.
What's the jersey you have on?
Sony Michel, baby. He's got a touchdown today already.
Really?
Yep, 5 yards.
Jeez, oh man. Guys, Natural Sponge and Friends podcast number 15. We got our main man, Jefé.
What's up, what's up?
Jefé Runnals in the building. Before we get to who this clown is, we got to make sure we touch on Diamond Wizards Baseball, always powering Natural Sponge and Friends. Goliath and Amy got home yesterday. It was their first time at the house with the service dog, and Goliath met, what's that cat's name? Mr. Mittens. Goliath saw Mr. Mittens and completely freaked out. So let's all hope that Goliath forgets about the cat and can take care of Amy with her Jefé syndrome. Phoenix Roasters Coffee. As always, prayers to the Bahamas. It's funny how those storms come and go, and once they're gone, nobody gives a fuck about you anymore. But we're going to keep praying for them and hope they're okay down there. You heard anything about them since?
No, there's another storm coming, though, always, isn't there?
What's my weatherman B over there? What is it, Jerry? Jerry. Jerry seems like he's going to come drop off some like Bud Lights out the sky for you or some shit. That's dope. No, but in the house, in the pod room, all the way from New Hampshire, by way of Charlotte, by way of Myrtle Beach, by way of... How many places have you lived? Is that New Hampshire?
I lived in Mass for a little bit before, too.
Fucking so asshole, baby.
Yeah. City of Champions.
That's it, man. No, it came down here with his girl, Prita. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
There we go. Prita in the building. No, I coached Jeff with the Murrells Inlet Tide in the BCBL. Now, you weren't there the year we technically won the championship. You were there the second year, which everyone kissed our ass, and we did win it, even though they didn't want us to win it.
Yeah, we didn't win it, though.
We won it, though. Horse shit.
We should have won it.
We got kicked out of the tournament.
We got DQ'd.
It was like the summer of horse shit, man. Like, you had Hunter Goff calling the ball. Now, this is the first time I've had anybody on here that was there. Was the ball fair or foul?
It's fair by 30 feet.
Thank you. Fucking there it is. Hunter Goff, you can kiss it. Right there. Ball is fair?
Ball is fair. I think he knows it, too. If you get him on here, I'm sure he'll tell you that at this point.
I would love to. I looked for him to tag him in a memory on Facebook the other day.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. He probably blocked me or some shit.
Change his name.
But, no, that's good. No, I played on the BCBL in the Tide. Went to, oh, man.
Plymouth State.
Plymouth State. How do I always forget that?
I don't know.
You and Tucker.
That's right. Shout out Tucker Regan.
Yeah, dude.
Still got the bone glove downstairs. Yes. I saw it when I walked in.
He did. It's sitting in the garage. We're taking care of it, baby. What's he doing
now? He went to grad school in Connecticut, and to be honest, I haven't spoken with him in a little bit, so I'm not sure. We should probably give him a call.
We should, dude. And his arm, I think the last time I saw you, we actually gave him a call. We were kind of fucked up, but we called him or something, FaceTimed him or something. It's when you were over in Ocean Lakes.
Yeah.
Was that the last time I saw you?
No, because then I moved to Market Common after that. I was there.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, I saw you there, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, so Plymouth State then comes down. You were 4-year graduate there.
Yep.
Played outfield for them all 4 years, and you pitched too up there too, right?
Yep.
Coming down, obviously growing up in New Hampshire, and we'll get into all this baseball stuff. But growing up in New Hampshire, I don't think we've had a Yankee down here, have we? We had a Yankee in the house?
I'm a Red Sox, actually.
Red Sox, okay. No, I don't think we've had anybody from New Hampshire on the podcast yet. So what's it like growing up in New Hampshire? Were you in the city? Were you in the country?
No city.
Were you a
mountains, lakes?
Comedian in the classroom? Were you the class clown?
I'm not really that funny, but I talk a lot, at least in class. I think I was like self-diagnosed with ADD, so I was talking to people more so than listening sometimes. But New Hampshire was awesome, man. It's New England in general is like one of the only places you get all 4 seasons at the extreme. So like right now, well, actually it's fall up there now, but the summertime gets hot and the leaves change and the snow comes, and that's what sucks about it. What's
the most amount of snow y'all had in a snowstorm or whatever you want to call it, and you still went to school? Because down here, if somebody like sneezes under 32 degrees, it's gonna ice in the air, and everybody's gonna be like,
yeah.
No school for 3 weeks.
An amount, I don't know, but we definitely went to, there was days we would go when we shouldn't have been going, and there were days when it was canceled and then the storm never even came. But I mean, we would go to school as long as the buses, I guess, could maneuver through the roads, but through storms or even early dismissals we would have for snow.
Right.
And I don't know while it's coming down, but
I remember even growing up in North Carolina, and it's completely different world than down here at the beach. But we were kind of in the foothills up near the mountains a little bit, kind of. But we would get tons of snow, and like pops would work second shift, and even when we got out of school that day because the snow was coming. So it starts snowing at like 2 o'clock, starts sticking. Dad goes to work, drives home. He got the old S10, Chevy S10, put some cinder blocks in the back for some weight, and like school was canceled, for just like the next day, not like the whole week like they are here. And I remember he'd get home at like 11:30, 11:45. Dude, I'd still be up, even at like probably third grade or something, second grade. I'd be up, run out, be dressed up, run out, get in the truck. We drive around for like an hour in the snow, and fun.
Yeah,
but it was cool, dude. So, at what point did you start playing baseball? Did you play any other sports?
I started playing. I don't know, man. As long as I can remember, 2 years old, probably picked up a wiffle ball bat or something.
Did you pick it up lefty the first time?
Yep, naturally. I mean, I throw righty. I do everything righty, but I hit lefty. And I would play hockey lefty when I play pickup hockey.
Oh, you can skate? See, I always want to do that.
Not backwards very well.
Well, you could play, though. You could play pickup. That's dope.
Yeah, enough to...
Is that the equivalent of, like, somebody can't dribble in pickup games? Y'all just, like...
If you can't skate?
Yeah, if you can't skate
well.
Yeah,
if you can't skate, get off the ice because you're just going to hurt yourself.
Well, there's a lady down the street. The reason I asked you the lefty question, there's a lady down the street was talking about her son or grandson. Like, he always picks up the ball lefty. I said, let him.
Yeah.
So if he's picking the ball up lefty, you're going to have a chance to get paid one day.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure, the way Major League Baseball is going. But I don't know. So you pick it up lefty, you just stuck with it. No, you didn't play football?
No, didn't.
Because you were athletic as fuck, dude.
Yeah, I was always playing sports in the fall. Well, growing up, I played soccer, then basketball in the winter, and then baseball, obviously. In high school, I switched to golf in the fall.
Nice.
I actually golf righty. I hit lefty. I golf righty. That's because of my dad. Shout out to my dad. When I was like 6 years old, he bought me some golf clubs, and I grabbed them like I would lefty. And I was like, Dad, these are backwards. And he said, no, you got to learn to do it that way because we're not ruining your baseball swing.
I like that.
Like, all right.
So your dad had enough knowledge, and and this is Natural Sponge and Friends. Coming up on Natural Sponge and Friends, we're going to get some people in that aren't friends, kind of like making this vastly different background of characters that are coming in.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not friends, but with the friends right there, another similarity between us. Does golf, obviously he had the knowledge that he didn't want to mess up your swing going lefty righty, but he knew that if you go play golf in either way, is it going to mess up your swing?
So I've actually heard the opposite, that golf may not mess up your baseball swing, but baseball can mess up your golf swing. I don't know what the truth is to any of it because, again, it was never an issue for me.
Right.
But I don't know.
Well, it's like, Braden, he'd go play and hit golf balls 325 yards. Mm-hmm. It's retarded, by the way. And then go and hit 2 bombs in like his last tournament. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it hasn't, and I don't know if I think that's kind of an out as an excuse for some people.
Could be.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you suck at golf and baseball? Well, it's because I golfed that messed up my baseball. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen to mess him up yet. If it did, I'll just probably be a PO one day anyway, throwing 95. So we'll just go with it.
Hell yeah.
So going to Plymouth State, how many different offers did you have coming out of high school? Yeah.
I was looking. So most of the stuff I was looking at was D3. I looked at.
Was that because of talent level at the time up there? Because you were fast, you had an arm, you could hit, and you were smart. Like you had a. I wouldn't call you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. I wouldn't call you a 5-tool guy because I don't think 5-tool guys really exist at that age. Yeah. I think you can project to be a 5-tool guy.
Right.
But I would when I met you, I would maybe not at the major league level, but I would say you were definitely a 4-tool guy.
What was I missing?
Power.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything so I went to the showcase, did all of that. I was at the Blue-Gray showcase. I think they was like projected me my sophomore year to be like a higher end D2. I didn't have size. I still don't. I'm a pretty skinny guy. I've been trying to gain weight my whole life, man.
I got something for you.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll give it to you.
Send it over. But yeah, so I was looking. So I played Plymouth's in the LEC, Little East Conference, which is like a spin-off of the Big East. It's
Yeah, we just self-feed on natural sponge.
But yeah, so most of what I was looking at was different schools within the LEC, and then mostly Division III schools in New Hampshire and in New England. Actually, there was one school I looked at from New Jersey, Rowan University.
You a Jersey girl?
Yeah, so that's where she's from.
I noticed the walk was kind of Jersey. I get it now.
Not the accent? No accent?
No, I don't know. There's a lot of Jersey people here. I might be just getting used to it.
Yeah, there are.
But, okay, what part of Jersey?
Central, like the Hamilton. I'm from Hamilton, but Princeton, Trenton area.
Where's Chestnut Hill? How far is that from you?
I have no idea.
Okay, that's where. Remember Frank Nicolosi coached down here with me a little bit.
Frank the Tank.
Yeah.
Oh, I know of him. I don't think I ever met him.
I don't think you did, but he's from Jersey. He's coaching at Chestnut Hill now in Jersey. So
nice.
Yeah. Anyway, where we at?
I don't know.
Oh, you're the conference and everything. You went to the showcases and did all that, and then you picked Plymouth State. There was a school in Jersey. That's how we got to Jersey.
Yeah.
Prita, you gotta help us here.
Yeah, sorry.
I knew. I knew people. Plymouth was only like an hour from where I grew up. I also I applied to Coastal too. I wouldn't have been able to play ball at Coastal, but I applied there and got in because that was like the furthest school away that I applied to anyway. But my dad was like, "No, you stay closer. I want to watch you play ball."
Right.
I was like, "Well, you're right. I want to play ball too." So
yeah, I
went where I could play and wouldn't change it, man. I was Plymouth State. It was the best 4 years of my life.
Awesome, man. And in the best 4 years of your life, you come down and
the last 4 years have been pretty dope too, actually.
That's good. But you come down, you meet this crazy weird guy that's coaching your summer league team, and I know you want to tell the story about how you weren't in the lineup watching the Big C. He's waiting on it. See, Prita had a smile over on the couch too. She's like, he was talking about that. He's gonna dog you on the podcast now. Yeah. No. With the summer league teams, we sent out. You sent out these mass emails and stuff. And at the time, I was doing like the GM crap, and I was trying to get players on all the teams as opposed to just my team. And then I forget who, what, when, where, why. I get an email from somebody. And it was Plymouth State's coach. I forget his name at the time.
Clay, I think it was at the time. Clay Jenkins.
I think, Jenkins.
I think because he was the one. He was the associate head coach. He's the one who even let us know about the league actually originally though.
Gotcha. So like I was talking to him, and how many? You, Tucker.
It's just us two.
It was just us. You two.
Yeah. So there was a third one that was supposed to come.
Right.
Paul Rennie. Shout out Paul. Hope you doing well.
He got hurt, right?
Yeah, he started off that season hot, like real hot. Probably our best hitter in the lineup at the time, and we were in Florida, so the season had just started pretty much. And I can't remember if he was stealing second or if he was trying to stretch a double. I don't know, but anyway, he slid head first and fucked up his pinky. Sorry for cursing. He slid head first though and destroyed his pinky. Oh no, wait.
I thought he had an arm thing or something.
No, it was his pinky. It was either, I want to say actually that either the second baseman or the shortstop's cleat came down on his pinky, and like, you know how you can like bite they say you can bite your pinky like a carrot.
Right.
Like that's basically what happened to his pinky from somebody's cleat.
Wow.
And it's a pinky, right? So it's like, well, okay, just a couple weeks, he'd probably be okay. Yeah. But then the way it healed, it didn't heal properly, and he ended up missing the entire season because of it.
Did he play after though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He came back. He could, because it happened so early. He ended up redshirting that year.
Oh, sweet.
So then he didn't lose the year of eligibility. It sucked for us because he was one of our best players. But yeah. So he was the third that was supposed to come. That's why he didn't come. So it's just me and Tucker.
Right. So you guys get down, and you get you were here 2 days. Game start. We had one practice.
Yep.
I remember what was homeboy's name? You don't have to say his last name. What was homeboy that showed up to practice absolutely stoned out of his mind? And I was like. I was like, yo, before you...
I know. I mean, I don't want to throw anybody in.
Yeah, you don't have to, but you remember that, right?
Yeah.
We'll call him Sam.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell me. I forgot his name was. Tell me before you leave.
That was all right. That's my boy.
Is he doing good, though? He was crazy.
I just got a stat.
He was a stud, bro. Like, he had super good hands and just was, like, stoned all the time.
Yeah. He that was my boy, dude. Me, him, and Tucker.
Showed up to practice, or the first meeting. I'm, like, calling guys' names out, trying to get a face to the name, and I'm like, I go back to it. I'm like, yeah, say it again. He's like, oh yeah, man, I'm here. Oh, dude, it's all like shit, man.
That's just kind of who he is, though. His personality also is laid back.
Yeah, that day he was super laid back, man. But coming down, was that like the first time you'd been away in the summer for summer league, and
Yeah.
What'd you expect? Was it what you expected?
Well,
our season went a little different than
yeah,
probably the majority of summer league teams.
As far as the competition that we played against was what I expected. The accommodations, we were a little fudged when we were told.
Right.
We were told we were going to be staying in condos and have jobs and like whatever, and like turns out it was like there was 4 of us in one hotel room, shared a bed for 6 weeks with Tucker. What up, dude?
Y'all became very close that week.
Yeah, literally. It was 6 weeks. Actually, he left early, so then I had a bed to myself.
I did, because he ended up having. Did he have Tommy John, or his elbow hurt?
No, he never had TJ, but yeah, he always had elbow problems once he started pitching, because he didn't even
great hair.
Yeah, I think he still does.
Phenomenal hair. I'm trying to get on his level. It's growing.
Yeah, it looks good back then.
So, all right. So you come down. I remember we had a guy in the out. We had some big dudes on that team. Like the homeboy Trey not Trey. Trey Massey's my cousin. This kid's last name was Massey. Massey in the outfield was huge.
David Massey.
David Massey. Yep. And so we had like a good squad. We had Lee J there. Lee J's gonna be on the podcast soon as well.
Yeah, I think he's moving back here actually, isn't he?
Right. I think so. And so it was good. I mean, we had a solid squad. I thought we go into the first few games, and we just get smoked like the first 3 games, like not even close. Like I know not smoked. The first game of the year.
Well, I wasn't in the lineup.
That's why we got smoked. We were losing because you weren't in there. I'm getting to the point. The righty, Giovanni's boy, could throw the piss out of it.
Leffridge,
right.
Yeah.
Leffridge would come in, and he closed that game. It was tie game. I think it was like a infield bunt, then like a Market Commons turf hop, and then something happened, then a walk, and then we walked in the winning run in the bottom of the 9th or something that first game.
Damn.
Come back the next day at 2:00 and absolutely get our shit rocked. Jacob Russell gave up like 3 pop-up home runs because the fence is like 311, and you're facing big college guy, right? You pitched that day.
That's the worst outing of my life.
Right.
Literally. I've never seen, I don't think I've seen anybody else have a worse outing.
Trust me, I have. I've coached the Diamond Wizards for years, so we've had plenty of those.
That's true.
But no, then eventually we start learning guys. And you act like it was like half the summer. It was like a week and a half in.
Yeah, how many games is that? 10, 12?
I'll give you 10 games.
Yeah.
And then, but not only you had some at bats, but then Jeff comes in, and literally I'm literally driving to, I forget what you said. And I've tried since we said we were going to do this real quick today. I was like, what did he say? I forget what it was. And we were just talking baseball. It wasn't nothing you said like, oh, I want to strive to be great or some bullshit like that. It was like, it was something baseball related, and I can never remember it, but I know it stuck with me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just showed like the knowledge of the game that you had. And obviously didn't know you had a quarter of how much as I do now. But I'm like, we're putting him in the top of the lineup, and we're leaving him. And then you became our leadoff guy the rest of the year.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I don't remember what I said either,
but
I wish I knew, because apparently it worked.
So I know you wanted to roast, but go ahead. So we're losing, and you're not there. You're not in the lineup, and
yeah, I mean, well, first off, all right, it's not me. It's a team win, obviously, but yeah, I wasn't playing. I think. Oh, actually, there was one. So I wasn't in the lineup to start, and then I was in the lineup like one day, and I was having like back spasms or something like the night before or that day, and I was like, "Yo, this sucks." But I literally can't swing a bat right now.
Right. I do remember that. We were like on field like 3 or something.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And you were probably like, okay, this guy's a pussy. What is this? Finally getting him in the line.
Well, I would never think that about a guy. Kidding me?
But anyway, yeah. So then I don't know. I finally got in and just started raking, dude. And
you did.
That's what happens.
I know somewhere on that old computer over there, and there's a ton of paperwork in the dog room downstairs, man, that has the stats from that year. I know you were in the top 3 on average for the year.
Nice.
And I think you were tied with Giovanni for extra base hits on the year.
Really?
Because I remember you had like 7 straight doubles. And I looked at Peyton. I was like, see, I told you he should be in the lineup. I love this guy.
So it's Peyton's fault.
Yeah, it's Peyton. We're going to blame him on
How's he
Peyton.
doing? You talking to him?
He's married. He's got a kid. He's living in like Chapin somewhere.
Okay.
He's a gym teacher and a football coach.
Oh, hell yeah.
He does some baseball stuff
Nice.
too. Yeah.
Good for him.
He graduated from USC.
Yeah, I knew that.
So he's doing his thing, man. So before we get done with the Tide stuff, real quick, don't want to go into it. We got screwed at the end of the year in the tournament, and that's just a whole nother level. Right now, I'm just going to say I got enough court shit going on with some things, so we're going to keep it.
That's fair.
I don't want anybody to be like, slander.
Real quick, that game that we got DQ'd, best at bat I've ever seen in my entire life.
There it goes.
Giovanni.
Here it comes, baby.
Dude.
I want you to talk about. My legs have chills. My entire body has chills right now. I want you to talk about that, and I want you to tell the people about the fight.
Oh yes, dude! What a summer that was, man.
Like I said, that's not your average summer league baseball year.
Definitely not. It's not. You don't see that in the movies even. But yeah. All right. So long story short, here, this is like the semifinals, or maybe not even, but it was in the playoffs.
And our natural sponge people that listen, they know I think Giovanni is the best hitter to never get paid to do it.
Yeah.
By far.
Probably the best hitter I ever played with.
Stupid.
Anyway, yeah, so it was what? I think, because they crammed everything into like 1 or 2 days.
Weather
basically.
was coming or something.
Yeah, so we were playing 7-inning games instead of 9, I think, for the playoffs. And it was we were away. It was top of the 7th. We were down 2-0. They threw their ace, and that kid was good. I don't know who he was or what his name was, but he was like...
Yeah, he was a stud, man.
He was real good. And we didn't hit him. And then I think... somebody led off Tim Gray.
Tim Gray with the ball.
Oh no, actually, it wasn't Gray yet. No, somebody led off. Maybe even walked. I forget who it is. And then the next guy, we were like, all right, we got a chance. Mm-hmm. And the next guy double play, and we were like,
that's right.
Okay,
that's right, dude. I literally, my entire body has chills right now.
Dude, this is wild. So all right, so double play, and then it was, I think Gray came up and put one down the right field line.
That's
turned it into a double.
Yep.
Which then brought Giovanni to the
that big ass green bat.
Yeah. That's right. Didn't you get that for him?
Yeah. East Coast bat. Yeah, man. Shout out Derek Shue, baby.
Hell yeah. So anyway, so he doubles. So Giovanni comes up. Giovanni goes down 0-2. I forget what the exact pitches were, but I'm pretty sure he was down 0-2.
Yeah.
And then spikes a curveball in the dirt, takes it, ball 1, fouls like 2 pitches off in a row. Finally, another ball in the dirt. Fouls a couple more pitches off. Probably fouled off like 7 or 8 pitches in this at bat.
Oh, for sure. It was a long at bat. It was standing in the third base coach's box. I was sweating the whole time. I did not want to lose to that team in that situation we were in.
Yeah. So he works it back to a full count. And shout out to Lee J again here. I remember standing next to Lee J in the dugout, and we're obviously just watching the at bat. Giovanni calls time. And I'm like, I don't know. He was standing there. He called time, and it seemed like an unnecessary time to call time. I don't know, for whatever reason. Yeah, like
there's no reason to.
I know that I said to Lee J, I was like, yo, why is he calling time right now? And Lee J's like, yo, the wind just picked up. It's blowing in. He can't hit a bomb when the wind's blowing in. I was like, all right, fuck it. Yeah, hopefully he hits a bomb right now. Then next pitch, dude, piss missile over the right field fence, ties the game up.
To absolutely 2-2. Shit on that ball, too.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, he probably hit like 10 home runs that summer anyway.
And I've never understood. And
that was at the real field too, not at Market County.
Right,
that was at a legit.
Yeah, North Myrtle Beach High School field.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget seeing like, it was like slow motion at the time because you talk about like baseballs or balls in, clear the hip a little bit, but don't open it, and then people that don't do it don't understand what that means.
Yeah.
Because to them you're doing the same shit, but it was like slow motion watching him because he was lefty and I'm standing on third base.
Yeah.
It was like he gets back, foot lands, you see the hip, nothing moves. You see him connect, nothing moves, and then just barrel, gone. I mean, it was sick, dude. So then we go back out.
Yeah, then we go back out, and
we're tied 2-2.
And then we came back in, pretty much.
Yeah. We go back out, and Leffridge warmed up, and the guy comes down and says, "You're disqualified. You lose. Go home.
Yep.
Good summer. Bye."
Yep.
And fuck you.
Because they wanted to see us lose, then we tie it up, and we have a chance, and they said
fucking
no.
pricks.
Fuck
them.
Yeah.
Same field, 2 weeks before, huge fight. Giovanni's at the plate again.
Man, he's the center of everything. How did he not get drafted?
Exactly, right?
Yes. Okay, so this was we drank with that team, right?
That night, too. Yeah, that's why I love that. I thought there was there's still good people in the world. Because nowadays, you get in a fight, somebody's going to get a gun and come back and shoot you.
Right?
Back in the day, we get in a fight, and we're like, fuck you. We beat each other up. Next day, we're shooting basketball and drinking beer together.
Yeah, exactly.
I was glad you guys were able to do that.
So we had... I forget what the situation was, who was on base. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But, excuse me, Giovanni was up, and their pitcher was actually, he was all right.
He was tripping though. He was talking mad shit.
He was he was freaking out on the mound about something, but it was like at the umpire.
Yeah.
And he threw a pitch, and the umpire it was probably a strike. It looked like it was down the middle, and the umpire just had turned and was talking to the coach in the dugout or something when the kid pitched. So honestly, the pitcher wasn't really wrong,
right?
Because the umpire literally turned his head and didn't see the pitch and called.
So another umpire was being a piece of shit.
Yeah,
so, okay.
crazy. So anyway, it pissed the pitcher off, and he started yelling at the ump. He's like, "Are you kidding me? You didn't. How did you not see that?"
Right.
And the umpire didn't say anything back. And then the pitcher was like, "Oh, you're not even gonna say anything?" So at this point though, he's talking shit to the umpire, which come on, dude. Obviously we all have issues with umpires here and there, but you don't. I mean, at least if you're on the mound and you're trying to get called, I don't know, whatever. Anyway. So then Giovanni was yelling back at him. I think our whole dugout was too, basically saying, "Yo, just throw."
And he looked like he was gonna throw the ball at the. Yeah, y'all really weren't fucking with him at first.
No, he turned.
He was about to throw.
He turned into the dugout and was like, "I'll throw this ball in there at all you guys."
Yeah,
and that's when.
And all y'all were doing was telling him just throw. Literally, y'all were saying dude, just shut the fuck up, let's play. Yeah. Don't worry about the dumbass umpire.
Yeah.
And he turned to because I was like, oh shit, he's about to throw a fastball in that bitch.
Yeah, and he got real aggressive real quick. And then so the next pitch he throws, Giovanni hits an absolute bomb again, left center this time.
Yeah.
And our whole dugout gets up and we're like, "God!" Just talking shit to the pitcher. And then the ball's caught at the warning track. Yeah. And then he turns back and he's just like, "Oh, fuck you guys," whatever. Yeah. And Giovanni had pimped it too. He was he was halfway down the first baseline walking. And so then they start jawing back and forth at each other, and then all of a sudden, the shortstop.
It was the shortstop.
The shortstop and the center fielder were twins or something.
Yeah, because we thought it was the center fielder for a long time.
Yeah, the one who caught it, but I think it was the shortstop. Just comes in and just spears Giovanni full blast,
blindside.
Yep. Lowers his head and just tackles him, and then bench is clear, dude. And it was an all-out brawl for about 20 minutes.
Dude, to draw this picture even more, for people to paint this picture even more, is I'm standing in third base box. I see Giovanni hit it. I'm like, let's fucking go. That's going. We just took a 4-2 lead now or whatever it was. Yeah. We end up, they ended the game after that, and we tied or whatever. Yeah. And then, people got suspended for a couple games or whatever. But he hit the ball. I'm like, dude, this is fucking going. This is awesome. Let's go. Yeah. This was like a playoff hunt type. Or
it was. I think it was I want to say it was the last game before the playoffs.
It might have been. And I look up, and he catches. I'm like, damn. And I look, and the pitcher and Giovanni are nose to nose. Yeah. And I'm like, ah, shit. So I take off running. By then, the spear happens. By then, the guy we were talking about earlier, the stoner guy, just absolutely. I've never heard this sound in my life. It was like a. Yeah. I mean, he just cracked somebody's skull, dude. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna jump in and fuck it, this dude's huge. We're just gonna let him fight. Fuck it.
And there was nobody there, in attendance as far as the game,
4 people
to watch. Yeah. So the only people that were there to control this were the 2 umpires. But at this point, it's them 2 and 20.
And they
30.
helped start this shit. And the thing that pissed me off was the other coaches were talking shit to me and Peyton after, we encouraged it and shit. I'm like, dude, what the we should all be taking, you're supposed to be a professional college coach right now. Yeah. We should all be taking care of the situation. It's diffused now, but you need to get your players over here and talk to them. I'm getting my guys over here and talk to them. Yeah. The coaches were standing there talking shit. I'm like, if you got a problem with me, we can go right now, dog. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. It was a weird night, but that was,
that was,
dude,
that's the only brawl. Were you ever part of a brawl?
One when I was playing at Morris Hill. I was redshirted at the time. It was during my back issues. Okay. And of course, I got involved with a kid I didn't like at all. That was actually playing in the position I would be in. Because I'm like, when I come back, this kid's gonna make him cry because he's not playing.
Oh, so on your own team?
Yeah, my own team. Well, no. He got an altercation with the catcher. And benches cleared, but I hobbled out there and started throwing haymakers all I could. In his defense, I guess that comes back to, you really are teammates. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The brotherhood of college baseball.
Trying to win.
Exactly. So off the field, couldn't stand him. On the field, couldn't stand him because we're battling. Yeah. But in game situation, I still had his back. Same shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that gets lost, especially in youth sports these days. like the team thing and worrying about you. There's a fine line. Like I tell B all the time, like you gotta worry about you. Okay, like his high school, no matter what high school he goes to, if y'all win the state championship and you suck, you're not moving on to play college baseball. If y'all don't win the state championship, you never win a game, and you do terrific, you're moving on. Yeah. So you have to worry about you. But I think built into you has to be some passion about your teammates and, like you said, the common goal. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that's what it's all about.
So you go back to I know we got to wrap this up shortly, but you go back to time flies, man. Yeah. You go back to Plymouth State after that. You end up having a good career. You finish it out. Did you have any looks after for independent ball, anything like that, or?
No.
No.
No, I wish I could say I did. But no, I didn't. We had a couple kids on our team. I don't know if Tucker had looks because
he could throw it, man. He could throw it.
That kid could sling the ball. And then Ryan Wakefield was a kid on our team who he played pro somewhere for a little bit. I think it was independent somewhere. But yeah, no, not me. Unfortunately, I wish.
So was it hard for you to move on from baseball?
Oh, yeah.
I know you did. I know you still did the slow pitch softball stuff and with the teams. And you won a championship for Nacho Hippo, right?
Couple of them.
Couple of championships, and so I know a lot of guys do that. I've never done it, and everybody asked me. You asked me to come out. You should come out.
Yeah.
And people ask me all the time, like, come out. I'm like, nah. Can't, and they're like, why? I'm like, because it's not baseball.
Because my last at bat was a double.
Yeah, right.
That's what you said.
It was a broken bat double too.
Oh,
over
nice.
Third baseman's head, legged it out. It was the last legs I had.
Nice.
But no, like it's not the same, dude. I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I think it would probably mentally help me move on because I'm still stuck in if I got in shape, dude, I could go back and no, you fucking couldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that's just kind of built in me, in the weirdness of me. But what did that help you move on? Obviously, you said it was tough.
Yeah, moving on from baseball, dude, was I didn't. So at first, actually, it wasn't as difficult right away because it didn't really hit me.
Right.
For like.
Oh, when you take the jersey and the cleats off the last time, you're like, oh fuck, I'll put them back on. You don't understand.
Like, I don't know, it just didn't hit me. Like even for like a couple months, when I moved to Boston, I was working there. And then it was really when the next spring was about to come around, it was February, but yeah, so when the next spring was about to come around, when I realized, holy shit, I don't have to get ready for baseball. Like,
right.
What? And that's pretty much when I called you up, and I was like, yo, I know that you're coaching Diamond Wizards down there. Do you need a coach? And you're like, dude, if you can move down here and help out, that would be huge.
Right.
So that was what I did because I needed to get
back on the field a little bit.
I needed to get that back in my life. Check out who's calling me right now. Should we answer it?
Jordan, answer him real quick on speaker.
He's going to say some...
That's all right.
Bad shit.
It's all right.
Yo. I'm recording a podcast with John right now, and you are on speaker being recorded right now.
What's up, Jordan?
What up?
The legend. I have him on my list of a guy I need to get in. I want to talk about all these little business ventures he's doing.
So many.
I let him know. I gave him the heads up for you, so he's got to get in here.
This during the Patriots game? That's kind of messed up, John. They're taking Jeff away from that.
Not only that is we don't even have it on, man. It's not even on down here in the suburbiaville that I live in.
Yeah, I got my jersey on though, at least.
Huh?
I got my jersey on though, at least.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That shows family right there.
But the last I knew, they were up 20-0. The Jets aren't even a team this year, so it's no big deal.
No one's a team to the Patriots.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, let me call you back in a little bit.
Are you staying tonight, or are you leaving?
No, actually, I'm about to leave. I have to go pick Anna up from the airport, actually, right now. Yo, let me call you back after.
I love you, Jesus.
All right, love you later.
That is beautiful. That's the most natural shit ever right there. That's beautiful. Yeah. No, we gotta wrap this up. Jeff, like you said, he's got to go to the airport, man. This guy's a busy fella. We got to get him in and out quick. So this is going to be part 1 of Jefé Runnals. We're going to get him back on.
We'll be back.
Even if it's over the phone, we'll still keep this thing rolling.
Yeah.
But real quick, before we roll, make sure, I'm gonna write it down. Make sure we talk about the pickoff play on the next one. Okay?
Yep.
And Do you drink White Claws? Is my next fucking question. Prita's over here. She gave you eyeballs right there. Does he? I don't want to hear. Does he?
He doesn't drink anything else, actually.
You are a pussy.
Yeah.
I have lost all respect.
You think this is water in here?
Is that what? I've never had one.
It's not. That's
dude,
a mango White Claw right there.
Dude, I drink. I could drink like 3 Keiths before I go to Keystone lattes before I go to work in the morning. Like, or I could drink 6 before I go to work. What is a White Claw? Is that
a White Claw is 5%. Keystone's Light is what, 4.2?
Yeah, but still, like, what is that water?
It's seltzer. All right, so here's the deal, right? So
Oh
growing
my
up,
God.
we didn't have we didn't have. My dad never had soda in the fridge. Always had seltzer in the fridge. So I always drank seltzer growing up.
Okay.
Last summer, White Claws became a thing, and I was like, nah, those are for chicks. I'm not. And the chicks started drinking them. Then this summer, everybody started drinking them, and I joined.
Everybody.
They get you fucked up. But here's the thing.
It's not like the Four Loko though, right? Like
but Four Loko makes them.
No way.
Four Loko has seltzers now. Everybody's got seltzers.
Natural Light does too.
Natural Sponge is about to.
Natural Sponge is always going to be with Keith's, baby. Keith's stolen all day.
But yeah, so just real quick about White Claws. Really liked them. Then all of a sudden I realized that I'd be, I don't know, drink however many of them, and you don't feel yourself getting drunk.
Of course, this will hit you.
Until you change settings.
That's why I stopped drinking liquor.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, and then it all hits you at once. So liquor's obviously a little more intense than that. But anyway, so, I mean, there's nothing like a cold beer.
We can't beat it, brother.
Yeah.
I heard that White Claws is outselling Budweiser right now, and I'm about to lose my mind. It's the pussification of America. I'm unbelievable. Are you a beer girl, Prita?
I mean,
White Claw?
Situational.
Well, in Charlotte, you gotta be. It's craft beers
Charlotte,
everywhere.
You gotta drink White Claw.
Oh,
no, you
dude.
drink
There ain't
beers.
no laws.
I have
breweries, city built on breweries, basically.
Yeah, I have to give a shout out to my wife, the Fromster, dude. I would never have drinking an IPA just because I'm the old dumb country boy that just drinks beer. And she brought IPAs one day, like 6 different. You know, you get the mix and match thing at the grocery store.
Yeah.
She did 6 crazy different ones, and I'm like, I'm not drinking those. And I'm like, one night I just started drinking them, and fuck, they're good, dude. The Calic, the one from the Bahamas, it's hard to get here, but dude.
Wait, an IPA from the Bahamas?
Well, it's their beer. It tastes more like a Bahama. It don't taste like Bud Light or nothing like that. But no, the all day IPA, the Hopium from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Like, dude, I'm IPA guy now too.
Yeah, you want a good IPA?
So
try Mountain Candy by Sycamore.
All right, I will. Mountain Candy.
Their signature beer. You can actually get it. We got it last night at the Claw House on the Inlet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's new. Not the Claw. There's like a new outdoor.
Oh, the thing behind, yeah, Megan
like a bunch of taps.
Yeah, it's the Claw House, and you go. What do you call that?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. That's where. Oh, jeez, he knows. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They have the like TV screens up and all that. Yeah, it's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, it was sick. But yeah, they got Mountain Candy.
Did you get some crab legs from the Claw House?
Not from the Claw House, but we did stop at Captain Benjamin's Friday night. That's where
nice.
I used to work there.
Nice.
And shout out to them as well. If you guys are in the Myrtle Beach area, stop by. They got good food over there. All you can eat crab legs, all you can eat anything.
Well, let's go.
And the crab legs are phenomenal.
Sweet. Thanks for coming, dude. I know you got to go.
Yeah.
I know. During the Pats game, we're making Jeff run thin here. But this is part 1. We got so much more to get into.
Yes, sir. Preview.
And just to touch on it, Jefé Runnals did a hell of a job coaching with the Wizards. Literally gave him his team and said, "Fucking go, dude." And he went. And I saw Tippett last weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. And they were asking about you. He's huge, man.
I bet. Yeah.
And they're nothing but good things to say about Jeff as always. I know a lot of people are going to talk shit about Sponge, but Jeff is a guy that everybody's going to love always. But thanks for coming on, dude. Prita, thanks.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Natural
Sponge and friends, always Down Wizards Baseball, Jefé Foundation, Phoenix Roasters Coffee, and of course Charlotte Concert Guy. We'll get into that one more.
Hey.
And everybody listening to Natural Sponge and friends, we got guys. We got 7 subscribers now in Australia. Things are going quick. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Make sure you check everything out. Everything's on YouTube. 8 are up on Apple, Google Podcasts. Will be on Spotify this week. And make sure that you keep checking out because we got 8 more. This is number 15. All the next 8, 9 through 16, will be uploaded on October 1st. And we're just going to go from there. We got crazy announcements coming this week. You will hear this on YouTube tonight. Runnals. Jefé. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.